Yes, indeed. Today's the day. Gonna get started on this TRX700XX. It's been in here a while. Needs a little bit of my time. The last time this thing ran, it ran like crap. And then it just quit running. I don't know. Feels like sounds like it's really advanced in the timing, but you can't adjust the timing on this. It's all done in the CDI box that I know of. I've checked cam timing. All that timing is fine. When you go to try to start it, just doesn't want to turn over, and then it'll start backfiring out of the air box. So something's not happy in there. I guess where I need to get started at is if it isn't the CDI box or the pulsar coil, it's got to be timing of some sort. So, or maybe intake valve is a little tight. Not sure exactly what it is, but we're going to pop all of this stuff off and start looking at it again, try to get a baseline of what we need to do. Cool? Cool. Alright, it's been a couple years since I've had this plastic off, so let's figure out what we need to do. We need to get the tank off. We need to get to the top end. I'm going to start simple. I'm going to check the valve clearances. I've already checked spark. It's got spark. We may need to check the it's fuel injected, so we might need to check the line pressure, or the pressure in there, to make sure that fuel injector is actually spraying and not dribbling. Maybe that's why it's backfiring. I don't know. It sure sounds like a timing issue to me, and it's really weird because you can't adjust the timing on these. Anyway, now let's get all this off. Looks like I got a couple of, yeah, we got some. Okay. Working order. Turned it on. Hear that? Listen. That's what she's doing. You guys tell me what it is in the comments if you have one of these. I've never worked on one of these except for when I had to fix the cam bolts in it, and then it ran fine after that, but then it was taken out for a little bit and brought back and said don't start. So we'll see what happened from the time it left running and the time it came back not running. Okay. I just pulled the fuel line off of the injector. So this is your high pressure side, high pressure. And this is what we want to do here. I already know the answer, but when I turn on the ignition, that should spew fuel. There it is. I don't know how much pressure that's supposed to be just yet, and I'm gonna have to throw something on there to check the pressure. Fuel injection usually needs a higher pressure than carburation, of course. And I just throttle position sensor. I wonder if the throttle position sensor was bad or malfunctioning, would it send a signal to the computer saying that it needs to be advanced, and then therefore advancing it too much during startup and causing the hard start and backfire? Because once this thing ran, it ran like a raped ape. It was a go-getter. Because I rode it. Sometimes it was a little hard to start, but once it started, she went. But then it just kind of progressively got harder and harder to start till it just wouldn't start, and it would start backfiring. Clickety clack with that. Nice fuel pump. Anyway, that's just pumping. The tank's not on, so it's just pumping residual fuel. Anyway, let me put you back. Okay, look what I found. See anything wrong? Here, I'll move it around for you. See anything wrong? I don't know if that got blown off by the backfiring or if that was just loose and taking in air the whole time. We'll see. Well, now that we know that is loose, maybe we try popping it back together. Just give it a little bit of fuel, put the fuel injector back on, and see what happens. I don't think that, I think that blew off with the backfiring. Yeah, I'll address that later, I guess. But yeah, that was blown right off of there, most likely from backfiring. Just sitting there like this. Let's see how hard it is to put back on, and then we'll see whether it backfired off or not. No, it's not that dirty. Comes out bigger. Ouch, that's cold. This place where it is. Doesn't feel like the bottom is in there too well. It's almost all the way in. All right, let's tighten this back up. You know, that fuel was just, I don't know, it just didn't seem like that was enough pressure to make a fuel injector work. Pop that back on. Try it again. See that, how it spits through there? Okay. So she's still backfiring a little. I don't know. You think maybe these intake valves are too tight? Crikey. Let's find out. Let's pop these off and see what's up with the intake valves. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Either that or it's the timing, but you know, I've already been through the timing, at least from the crank to the cam timing is fine. Ignition timing, I don't know. It should be all done with CDI and the pulsar inside here connected to the stator. Now if that pulsar is sporadically working or on all the time, I guess, you know, if it was constantly sparking, it could throw those out. I don't know. Those don't feel like they're too tight. Can you hear it? Let's see what their clearance is. Okay, that's 9 thousandths. And that's the smallest on this pack. And 11 is the smallest on this one. So that ain't gonna work. Those are probably gonna be about 6. Let's see what else we have here. This is the one that's got the smallest on there. Some of these things are like paper, but I can't read the numbers on this old stack anymore. Now, I do have these old Honda ones. 9 and 8. I believe I bought these for my old CB750F. This is 8. It's tighter than 8. No, that was 9. Here's 8. Yeah, still tighter. Can I read these ones? Yeah. Here we go. 13. Let's go down lower, lower, lower. No, this doesn't have anything that goes down that small, but this one does. All right, there is 6. 6 thousandths right here. Okay, it's smaller than 6. Here's 7. This must be 5. Okay, look at that. That's a lot looser than 5. This one's a lot tighter than 5. Let's go back to 6. Okay, 6. So that is a tight 6. So it's probably a perfect 5. And of course this does not go. Barely fits in there. But of course we don't know where that is. I think I should turn that over to where these are as loose as they're supposed to be. So let's put it on fire. Right, something here. Intake? No, that should be compression. Somewhere right up in there. All right, now let's see what it is. Ooh, yeah, there we go. A lot bigger than 5. 8, 9. Let's try 9. Bigger than 9. All right. Let's check the book. I'll be back. All right. You guys can't see in there, can you? Anyway, there's a little timing mark in there. And it is set right at that mark where it's supposed to be to check the lash. This is 6 thousandths. And she just slides right in. Slides right in. So these are set at 6. My guess was that they were going to be around 6. And the book says 6 to 1. So we're good at 6. So they're not too tight. That's not how we're getting our backfiring. It's got to be timing. Two things that control the timing. Well, the two main things that control the timing is the stator. Well, not the stator, but the pulsar, but it's part of the stator. You can't separate the two. And possibly the throttle position sensor. That might control timing as well. CDI box. But it's, she's sparking. I tried it. You want to see? Maybe we'll just put this back together. I disconnected the fuel injector because I don't want fuel spraying in my face when I do this. If you know what I mean. Okay. Does that need to be connected? So let's put the fuel injector back on, see if she starts sparking. Oh, come on. She was sparking just a minute ago. There it is. She's sparking pretty good. Whether it's at the right time or not, I don't know. It's not like a car where you can put a timing light on it. Crikey. Come on, guys. Let me know what's up. Maybe I can get Mr. Goad to come down here. He's been a motorcycle guy since the dinosaurs. So it's getting spark. Seems to be getting fuel. Is the fuel delivery on time? I don't know. I'm already getting tired of this. I just don't have the equipment to test the CDI box. My automotive fuel injector pressure my fuel pressure tester is meant for automobiles. It doesn't connect to this connector. I could jerry rig something, but I don't have anything here. What I would need is the right size line that fuel injector has. The inside diameter, so I can get something in there. These don't come off. And the other thing is maybe it isn't getting the right fuel pressure into the injector. Well, she's just dribbling fuel and not really injecting it. Help me out. I really would like to check that fuel pressure. But anyway, we know our valves aren't too tight, so let's put that back together. Bug might crawl down in there and get comfy. Man. Anyway, let me shut you down so I can think. All right, I'm stumped. Why did this thing go from running to not running overnight? That's weird. So, you've seen it popping. If you guys got any idea what this is, I don't know. I mean, it could be a ton of things, really. All right, battery died. Okay, like I was saying, I know the cam timing's right because initially that's what this came in to me for, was it wasn't running because before I told him stop riding it. The valve train is sounding really nasty. Well, what happened was the bolts for the cam sprocket were backing out or loose. One of them broke off and the other one dropped down into the case on the other side. So I fixed that issue and it ran. Ran great. I ripped this thing around up and down the streets, up and down the road, and she was great. It did feel like it was a little bit hard to start, and we had to put a jump box on it in order to get it to, I don't feel like it had enough power to kick it over, and when we would jump it over with either cables or a jump box, it would start up. But without that, it would not. It's a new battery. There's a new relay. There's new, what else? There's a few new things. Anyway, we went through 2 new batteries actually, and a new starter, new relay. It's none of those issues because it's still having the same thing. It just feels like it's trying to fire when it's not supposed to. It's and then when it does, it did run, but then it came back the next morning after somebody wanted to ride this thing. saying that it wasn't starting. So here we are. Not starting, backfiring. Tell me what it is. Please, be my guest. Could be CDI box, I guess. I don't know. But it's sparking. We saw that. Is it sparking at the right time? We don't know. It is backfiring. It is hard to start, like as if it were just slightly advanced, or maybe a little bit advanced, or a lot advanced. It's exactly how a car acts when it's too advanced and you're trying to start it. I wish this had a way to retard the timing, but we don't. There's no manual way to do it. It's all done electronically. So anyway, I'm done with this thing for tonight. I really am. I've been racking my brain just sitting here staring at it for forever. So anyway, please like and subscribe. Tell me what's wrong with this thing.